Good evening and welcome to Perth Airport. It's Easter Saturday, it's about 5 o'clock on a Saturday evening here. It's actually getting towards the end of March now, so it's actually the second last day of extended opening hours for Perth's outdoor observation deck. So over the summer months through to March, I think it's October through to March, it's actually open to 7 o'clock in the evening. As of April 1, it will go into winter opening hours. That means it's going to close at 5:30. So before I make one more trip out here to get an extended evening shoot, some really great aircraft coming in the late afternoon hours here in Perth. Yeah, thought as a part of my 300,000 view special on the channel, also approaching 1,700 subscribers as well. Really would like to do something a little bit different with plane spotting today. A little bit experimental, but yeah, I'm going to try and give a little bit of commentary about the planes as they come in as well. Not saying I'm an absolute expert, but yeah, I'm going to try and give a little bit of commentary. Should be some good international flights come in later this evening, including a Qatar Airways A380. We just missed the Emirates A380 unfortunately. So yeah, for my 300,000 subscriber special, thought I'd do something a little bit different with my plane spotting for a change. One day I definitely do want to get a proper live streaming setup going, but I think for the time being I want to give it a little bit of go, adding a little bit of commentary to the plane spotting as we go. Maybe in the future as well I'll try and add in the ATC live feed as well. Should be a really fun one. And thanks everyone for the 300,000 views, really much appreciate it. And without further ado, let's get some golden hour plane spotting going. Alrighty, first cab off the rank, we've got a Qantas 737-800 holding short at the end of runway 21. So let's see it depart now. I believe it's heading to Brisbane. Looks like a little bit of a short break in action now, although we do have Singapore Airlines Boeing 787-10 Dreamliner scheduled for a 5:30 takeoff. So it's not too far off 5:30 now, so hopefully should have that one coming up pretty soon. As you can see there, I'm looking directly out over to the Terminal 1 Domestic, which is where all Virgin's domestic aircraft are based here in Perth. Still a couple old Fokker 100s still in their fleet, so that's really cool. The A320s as well out here in the west with Virgin, also with Qantas. You can see the tip of the Emirates A380 just over there. Came in about 4:55, so about 25 minutes early today, so unfortunately I missed that one unfortunately. But yeah, you can see all the Fokkers out there on the tarmac. Plenty of Fokker 100s. That's all our regional aircraft there from T2. You can even see a Nexus Airlines Q400, how cool is that? Definitely want to do a review on them sometime shortly. And there's our main control tower. It's probably a runway 21/24 operation today, so we should see some planes coming in over the hills as well. Well, I certainly don't mind runway 21 action here in Perth. That means the planes are best for taking off from the outdoor observation deck. Definitely my preferred is when you get runway free. So that means when the planes come in from over there and land right there in front of you. That's definitely my favourite plane spotting configuration here in Perth. It's actually been a few months now since I've been able to get a runway free shoot, unfortunately. I think generally speaking, runway frees are used when there's quite strong easterly winds. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think runway 21 and runway 24 is definitely geared for maximum departure rate. So they do try and use that configuration where weather permits, and weather is certainly pretty clear this evening, so I'm certainly not surprised. Great to see a good crowd of people from all walks of life out plane spotting here this evening on Easter Saturday. All your enthusiasts, your real professional photographers, they're all out here usually when it's runway free. But any time is a good time out here at the observation deck here in Perth. There's also an indoor observation deck as well at the international terminal. That's pretty good if you want to see some plane spotting at night. Certainly not as impressive the views, but still okay, the views up there. Sun is due to go down around about 6:15, so if the viewing deck's open to 7, might get a few planes taking off under the full cover of darkness. So it will be interesting to see how my Canon 200D handles that. Usually when I'm here, it closes up just after the sun's gone down. About 10 minutes behind, but Singapore Airlines 787-10 off to Changi, Singapore is now on the move. Most likely heading out to hold short of runway 21. I'm using both of my wireless Rode mic receivers today, so do let me know in the comments down below if you think the audio is any good or whether I need to fine tune it a little bit. Please let me know. So yeah, Perth to Singapore is by far the busiest international route here out of Perth. Most likely Denpasar, Bali would be a close second, but yeah, definitely for all intents and purposes, Changi is definitely the go-to international route out of Perth. Actually, we'll be flying up there for the inaugural Jetstar Airbus A321 flight. I think it's on August 1. So yeah, really looking forward to reviewing that one for the channel. Actually being my second inaugural flight on the channel, I'm actually reviewing Jetstar Asia's inaugural Singapore to Broome flight as well. I think that's about June 25 if I remember correctly. So yeah, probably going to be up in Singapore twice in quick succession, I would say, coming up later in the year. Certainly have to find some other airlines to try while I'm up there, up in the Southeast Asia region, make the trip really worthwhile. So let me know in the comments what other airlines you want me to try while I'm in Southeast Asia. Unfortunately, Singapore Airlines isn't appearing on Flight Radar 24 at the moment, so I can't get you the registration on that one right at this moment. Alrighty, Singapore Airlines 787-10 finally on the move again with my Canon 200D DSLR. It's not the most modern of cameras, so yeah, it does take a few moments to get the autofocus right. So sometimes if you do leave it to the last second to try and catch the plane as it's taking off, it's not going to focus on time. So sometimes it is a bit annoying, but you've got to try and focus the camera well ahead of time. It's always a pity those trees are in the way there. You can never quite tell sometimes when your plane is taking off until it's going past those bushes there. But yeah, it looks like it's rolling down 21 now. So fingers crossed we're in for a good one here. Alrighty, see you later, Singapore Airlines. Off to Changi she goes. Should be some amazing views as we head out over the West Australian coastline as it heads north, that one, into the Saturday evening sunset. Alrighty, it's now approaching 5:45 now, so about half an hour of sunlight left. We probably will go a little bit after dark this evening, so that will be interesting to see how that pans out. Has been a bit of a lull, but we now do have a Jetstar original old A321, 15 years old. That's going to be taking off soon for Melbourne. We also may have a Skipper's Aviation -8 300 taking off shortly as well to destination not advised. But yeah, beautiful evening for plane spotting. Not too hot, but just nice and balmy nonetheless. Probably only about 23 degrees now, so very pleasant conditions for plane spotting indeed. Alrighty, it's been a while, but we've finally got a landing on runway 21 now. It's going to be a Scoot, a Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner, scooting down from Singapore this arvo. It's been about 4.5 hours in the air, and it's on final for runway 21 now. It's 8-year-old Dreamliner, this one, registration 9 Victor Oscar Juliet Echo, I believe, 8 years old. All the way up in Ellenbrook at the moment, so it's still probably a minute or two away, I'd say. Alrighty, before our Dreamliner comes in, we've got our Jetstar A321 off to Melbourne. Just a regular 321, this one, I believe. Not sure how many Jetstar actually have in their fleet now. See you later, JQ. Off to Melbourne she goes. Alrighty, we do have Scoot now on final approach. It's just gone 6 o'clock out here in the west. So our Saturday night Scoot special, here we come. So welcome to Perth, good old Scoot 7879, always a popular fixture here in Perth. Just in time for dinner by looks. Very manageable flight, the old flight from Singapore to Perth. These passengers would have had lunch in Singapore and they're home for dinner in Perth. I think Scoot might be acquiring E190s, so be pretty keen to do a flight review on one of those when they finally get going. Leave your comments down below where you think I should give it a try.
So, just a little 1.5 hour journey. That's close.
Alrighty, just a little bit of update. It's about 6:15 now. Has certainly been a little bit quieter than usual when I come here for plane spotting. I think it's probably because it's a Saturday evening. There's a few less flights usually on Saturday. Usually a bit quieter night for flying. But if all goes to plan, we should have 3 more international departures before the viewing deck closes at 7 p.m. So we've got QF9 off to London Heathrow. That's the 7879 Dreamliner. That's scheduled for a 6:20 departure, so if that gets off time, we should be seeing that pretty soon. Got AirAsia Indonesia A320. That's a 6:30 departure off to Denpasar, Bali. If all goes to plan as well, we might just squeeze in the Air New Zealand / AKA One More Air, which departs at 6:50 p.m. In terms of arrivals, we've got a Qantas Fokker 100 that's scheduled to arrive about 10 minutes from now. Our Qatar Airways A380, the flight radar 24 is saying it's coming in slightly late at 6:45, although Perth Airport website saying 7:05. So a bit up in the air whether we're going to see that one, but hopefully we will. And yeah, we also got a Qantas from Melbourne and also a Virgin from Melbourne as well, and Adelaide Virgin coming in at 7:05. Alrighty, 6:20 has come and go. QF9 is still on the standard old T3. So yeah, we might get this Qantas Fokker 100 coming in from Learmonth Exmouth. First things first, I reckon. Alrighty, as our Fokker 100 from Exmouth on final approach, QF9 has just pushed back from Terminal 3, so we should be seeing that one take off pretty soon. Meanwhile, we also do have AirAsia taxiing out to runway 21 as well. So I suspect we're going to get AirAsia first. Well, actually no, we're going to get Qantas Fokker 100 land first. Then it'll be the Airbus A320, and then it should be the QF9 off to London Heathrow. Alrighty, nice little touchdown on our Fokker 100 there. Beautiful part of the world up there in Exmouth, very much famous for the Ningaloo Reef up there. Beautiful place to visit. If you are going to visit there, definitely recommend visiting there. Probably in the winter months is peak season. It gets incredibly hot up there in the summer. So yeah, it's a bit ironic, after quite quiet activity, we've now got quite a lot of action. Amazing aircraft, the Fokker 100, they're so reliable. It's no surprise they're such a stalwart aircraft of the mining and resources sector here in WA. They're pretty well a perfect match, perfect fit for WA, I reckon. Alrighty, AirAsia ready to go now. Alright, see you later. Off to Bali she goes. Alrighty, QF9, the mega 17-hour haul up to London Heathrow is now approaching final threshold there on runway 21. Only got 1 bar of battery life now left on my DSLR, so fingers crossed we should be able to get it. I think this one's going to take off pretty far down the runway. It's going to be very much loaded up, pretty heavy with fuel and supplies. quite a crowd kept around after dark for QF9 as well, so it's really great to see. Pretty sure I might see a few lights flashing behind the bushes there, so I think we might be ready to go. Yep, here we go, guys. It's going to need to take a bit of power to get off this. Third longest flight in the world, I think, currently. Saying what? And there she goes, off to London Heathrow. Absolute aviation miracle. Australia to Europe direct. Never really thought I'd see that in my lifetime, but it's not even a new thing now. It's been operating for quite many years now. Alright, next up we've got another Qantas, a little bit of a smaller Qantas this time. It's just a 737-800. That's coming down the Darling Ranges there on its way over from Melbourne. A little bit tricky to see that one, it's getting quite dark now. Lovely touchdown there. So, pity I couldn't really pick up the A380 Qatar coming in. Just too much lighting on the runway and on the plane, just making it too hard with the autofocus, I think. So I've just whipped out my iPhone on 3x telephoto for the Qatar A380 coming in. So yeah, do apologise, I couldn't really get it coming into land. Alrighty, we've got a Wamos Air A330 taking off for Auckland, New Zealand. It's right on 7 o'clock, so hopefully we'll get this one. My camera is well and truly due to die now, so fingers crossed. So yeah, I think we're either going to get kicked out by security or we're going to run out of camera battery. Hopefully neither happen and we get Wamos in first. Really, thanks so much for tuning in and being a part of the 300,000 subscriber special. Huge thanks to everyone who's supported the channel over the last few years. It's really amazing I've been able to achieve such a huge amount of views in such a short period of time. And yeah, nearly approaching 1,700 subscribers as well. So huge thanks to everyone who subscribes, watches my content, engages with whatever it may be. Huge thank you to you guys. Really hope you've enjoyed this new format of plane spotting video as well. Give a little bit of commentary while I'm doing it. Let me know how you think it went, whether I could improve, what you thought of the audio, all that sort of stuff. I don't have an ultra professional setup, so yeah, just making do with the best equipment that I've got on me at the moment. But yeah, one day I definitely would like to do a proper live stream DSLR. So hopefully I can make that happen one day. But from Saturday night here in Perth Airport, thanks so much for watching and safe travels until the next one.